All right, all right. Hey, welcome to the Revv Card Call Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. My name is John Stahl. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. A little bit of background on me. I'm a former Marine. I was in corporate America for probably like many of you on this call today. And nothing against corporate America, but I started to realize that I was building the company's retirement and a lot of the leaders in the corporation, and not necessarily my family. So I got engaged, and then I took immediate action in this unbelievable blessing called network marketing. And I've been in it for about 25 plus years with a great level of success as far as building good friendships and good relationships, because that's really what this is all about. I'm happily married. I've got two beautiful daughters, and I'm so thankful that this person that I'm getting ready to bring on shared this incredible opportunity. I look at it, guys, as a blessing, an answer to prayer. I believe it's something that is going to be very well received, not only here in the U.S., but around the world. And we've got a great coach. This guy is unbelievable. He's a former retired New York City firefighter. Comes to us with 30 years of networking, professionalism, has been on stages all over the world, has been responsible for building teams into tens of thousands numerous times. He's getting ready to do it again, probably in a bigger way. He was also a featured author in Chicken Soup for the network, Marketer Soul. He's got a heart of gold. He's got a phenomenal spirit for the kingdom, and that would be my brother, my friend, Mr. Ed Terranova. Are you on the line, sir?
Fantastic. John, thank you so much for those kind words. And, you know, for everybody who's called in tonight, if you're a new guest here tonight, this call really is for you. I recognize a lot of the names coming in. We had a whole bunch of people coming in from California, and Rich and Tim and the whole group out there. So I'm honored and blessed. Some of you, we've worked together in the past. Some people are brand new to this experience. So don't mind if I reference some of our past endeavors or our past relationships. But some of you are on a call that I used to do called The Little Guys First. And when you look at our model here, we're going to go into the product offering, which is the Revv card, and we're going to talk about the compensation structure. And when all is said and done, I'm going to give you my rating on both of those over the course of my last 30 years. So just to give you a little further background, John did such a great job, but I've been inside and outside of corporate. I've been fortunate enough to spearhead numerous organizations that have grown to over 30,000. The last organization that I helped build to over 30,000 is now over 150,000. And, it's really fun to hear about something at this stage. Not everybody's got the entrepreneurial spirit and the vision to look at something, take a leap of faith, and run after it before even the website is up, right? So, we're going to share with you a little bit about that. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the product. And I'm going to give you my criteria and what I was looking for over the course of the last 30 years. I was getting a little bit frustrated because in those 30 years, I could brag about the successes we've had, and there's been a lot of them. And I can tell you about international travel and training all over the world and earning money in multiple countries, all true, all fun, all great. But the truth of the matter is, in direct sales network marketing, it's kind of a love-hate relationship. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So people get involved with a company, they get excited, they see a product or a service, and they start paying for it, and they start talking about it, and they got a business they're excited about. And here's what happens a lot of the time, and I'm going to give you the exact figures. A lot of the times, people will pump the pump for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, some even longer, and if they're not making a profit, they quit. And although in that company I had over 30,000 people on my team before I resigned and left to go do something else, although I had over 30,000 people on my team, over 90% of them quit. They were inactive. And I just hate that. I absolutely hate it. One of my mentors in life is a man by the name of Zig Ziglar, and Zig's philosophy is you could have everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. And the reason why I'm telling you that about during this product segment is because what I did over time was, as I was frustrated, I started developing systems to actually grade out network marketing companies, to see where they would come in based on a criteria that fell underneath these 5 categories: the company, the product, the timing, the training and support, and and a compensation plan. And we'd go into great detail, but what I learned was this: you got to start with the product. You got to look at the product and say, would this product stand on its own in the marketplace? Would people want to buy this product and then continue to use it day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year for decades? You got to really think about that. And so the ideal product for me in network marketing, what I always wanted to embrace, and the reason why I'm in the relationship with the founders of this company, is because we were congruent in this thought process. What I wanted was this: I wanted something that was very easy for people to get started with, that had a low barrier of entry. We're going to go over that when we talk about the comp plan and getting started here. But the product itself was something that people would want it, even if there wasn't a chance to make money with it. And I always love to tell the story. My wife and I, you know, we're married now. I don't want to give up all of our personal stuff, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. My wife and I were high school sweethearts. We met married at the age of 21, and she went right into corporate America in her senior year in high school, worked for the New York Telephone Company. They hired her right out of school, promoted her to management. And at 21, I was just graduating college, and we got started in our life at that point in time. And after just a few years, my wife came home from work and said, "Hey, Ed, there's this new thing, this new store, and we're going to join it, but you got to pay money to go shop in it." I was like, "What? Are you crazy? You got to pay money to go shop in a store? I've never heard of anything so ludicrous." And she said, no. Some of my friends at work joined, and it's like this big warehouse. You got to have a business to join. And when you do, you get to leverage the bulk buying that they do. They buy everything in bulk, and they get really good prices. So naturally, you know, whatever Deb wants to do, Deb gets. And we joined. And so we went there, and back then it was called Price Club. And you had to have that business, and you had to have an EIN, and you had to have a checking account. And we opened it up. And here it's coming. We're approaching the week, the first week of May every year. And I go there all the time. And we're in Costco. I did a conference call the other day where I was sitting out in the parking lot of Costco, and I was emphasizing this, right? So, John, I think you were on that one, right? And so
I think so.
So, I mean,
I kept hearing the specials in the background.
It's just so real to me. You know, it's like, okay, every year it comes up. I think it's $120. I don't even know. I don't even care. 140, 120 black card, whatever it is, right? I'm going to pay it. Why? Because I love shopping there. How about having a product like that? Imagine if you build an organization of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Not that you built it. And by the way, that's a misnomer in network marketing. And I want to take that back. You don't build it. Other people do. I mean, really, sometimes I would emphasize in some states. I mean, if you have 30,000 people on your team, I say, look, if you're one of the top leaders in this company, you didn't build your business. Okay? You don't even know 95% of those people. You didn't bring them in. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's other people. It's the leverage. It's the, you know, 2 get 2 get 2 get 2, 5 get 5 get 5 get 5, 10 to get 10 to get. It's multiplication. It's geometric progression. It's one of the things I love about network marketing. But people join network marketing with the concept and the idea in mind that we could do the work one time and get paid a long-term residual over and over again. Well, in order for that to really happen, and this is where the industry misses it, in order for that to really happen, it can't be a good product that's inflated to fund the compensation plan. It can't be a bottle of juice that sells for $35 in a network marketing company that sells in Costco for $4, a Cyberry. You know, think about that. The first company that went out there and marketed this acai berry juice, $35 a bottle. I got approached in the pre-launch, and I looked at it and said, wait a second, I don't care how great this berry is. We got orange juice, we got grapefruit juice, we got apple juice, we got blackberry juice, we got all kinds of juices, and you could buy them in any store for like, you know, $4 for a bottle, of 32-ounce bottle. $35 is just to fund the comp plan. And that used to you know, tear me up because I'm saying, look, they're good products, but they're not that good. You know, they don't worth that much money. And this is what happens. If you like that product, if you like that ingredient, if you like that something that's doing something good, you go and you find it elsewhere at a much less significant price. And I said, I don't want to operate that. I want a long-term residual income where the price is right. People are going to keep paying it. They're going to keep using it. And that's what we have here, guys. When you took a look at that little video, that 1 minute, 9 second video, that's not our official video. Matter of fact, that it says Chase on there. We're not talking about the bank Chase. It says the name complete on it. That's not going to be the name of our card. The name of our card is the Revv card. Revv card. R-E-V card. The Revv card stands for revenue share. For some of it, it stands for revelation. This is a revelation. We're able to bless a lot of people. And that card is going to have a lot of value. When that card comes out, the number one component that is going to attract a lot of people are the discounts. It's going to be the shopping network, over 300,000 name brand stores that people shop at, restaurants, places like McDonald's and IHOP, and we could go through a whole bunch of stuff that people are familiar with. And if they're getting a discount, the company's concept is, let's create a scenario where this Revv card with all these bells and whistles, we're going to talk about that in a second, you know, when people use it, they can actually save $50 to $100 a month using the card. If that is the case, we're going to make a fortune. Matter of fact, when I look at all the bells and whistles, it's got fingerprint activation. It's got this little screen. You can load up to 100 cards onto the screen. Now, just think about a Visa card, a MasterCard. Just think about a debit card. Just think back. I don't know your age, but I know my age. When I was a kid, there was no credit cards. There weren't any. They weren't even invented yet. You know, then all of a sudden people got credit cards, and then banks started issuing debit cards, and, you know, all that stuff started to occur, and there's MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and today everybody has them, right? I don't know how many cards you have. When Debbie and I first got married, I mentioned that before, you know, she was in corporate America. I didn't have a credit card. I just got out of college. My wife had 14 credit cards. I'm like, what the heck is this, you know? And you think about 14 bills coming in every month. And she had every kind of card. Any store she shopped at, if they offered credit, she took it, you know? And that's the way a lot of people are today. But chances are you have one card that's your dominant card, right? The card you use most often. And that card for me is my Mileage Plus United card. And we do that because we earn points. We convert those points, and my wife and I love to travel. I mean, we're going down to Naples next week. We're going down in August. We're going to London, and then we're going to Santorini. And we just love to travel, and we use that card for just about everything, whether it's the gas station, whether it's the supermarket, whether it's a dry cleaner, wherever we're spending money, the restaurant, we're swiping at McDonald's, we're swiping that card. We're paying with the same card everywhere we go to accumulate those miles. Well, that becomes a sticky card. That's a sticky card, right? People are stuck to that card. That's the card they use. Well, that's what we're looking to bring to the marketplace. We have all these bells and whistles. We have, you know, I mean, the stuff is silly. When I start going over everything that it does, it really doesn't need to do all this stuff, but it does, you know, because it's technology, right? All this technology stuff. I mean, right now I'm in my basement standing up, you know, pitching this deal, and I got this little iPhone in my hand, and it's not a phone. I mean, they shouldn't have called it an iPhone. It should be the everything, whatever, you know. It's a computer. It's a camera. It's a video camera. It's a GPS. I mean, it's all these different things all in one. We couldn't have dreamt about this thing. Literally, how old is the iPhone? When was this thing created? I think it was about 12 years ago. Wasn't that long ago. But now it's a smartphone. And the next evolution in credit cards and debit cards is the smart card. And we have the ability to bring it to market. It's got a microphone. It's got a speaker. It's got all this doohickey stuff. They say that, you know, you put your thumbprint on it, it activates it. You have all these cards, you load it up, you swipe it, there's this little, you know, 1.5-inch screen. You choose the card, you pay for it, whatever you're paying for, and after the transaction is completed, it shuts off. And if by chance you forget it, and I don't know about you, but I have. I've left my card at restaurants before. You know, I don't know why. I just have. You know, and you know, if that happens, they say that this thing is hooked up to your phone because there's an app in your phone, and if you go more than 30 meters from the card, it alerts you that you just left it somewhere. You just completed a transaction within a short period of time, and it alerts you. It calls you up and says, "Hey, come back here and get me." You know, so that's really cool. And the coolest thing about this card, from a networker's standpoint, is I think it's the greatest recruiting tool I've ever seen. All you got to do is show it to people. Every time you go somewhere, just think about it. If somebody pulls out something like that and they put their thumb on it, they scroll through a little screen, they choose something, and you're looking at it, what are you going to say? You're going to say, what is that thing? I've never seen anything like that. And that's what's happening right now. People are sharing a video that catches people's attention. It's the best hook I've ever seen, and people are interested. And you know what they say? It's the first to market. You know, Richard Smith was famously quoted as saying, find out where the world is going and get there first. He's a visionary. Richard is genius. This compensation plan, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm a compensation plan. In some people's lives, I'm a compensation plan expert and guru. I've designed compensation plans for companies. My fingerprints are all over several companies' compensation plans. And when I saw this, Richard and I just hit it off because we think identically. We think identically. And that is this. Number one is when you're looking at a comp plan. So I'm switching gears here, right? So if you agree with me, say I agree with you. Is that product pretty cool or what? Yeah. And so, you know, people are going to want to hear about it. So here's how we get paid. By the way, the cost for that card is about $120 retail and about $99. Now, I should say this right now before we go further. We're in a pre-launch. The cards are not ready to go. The system, matter of fact, we don't have a website yet that people could sign up at, and I love it. I love it. But we're taking names, and we're taking email addresses, and we're structuring our teams right now as we speak. We're in a soft launch portion. And when we do have online enrollment, we'll start our pre-launch. So this is before pre-launch. This is before basement level. This is before ground floor. This is really where you buy into the vision of the founders of the company. You buy in and you become a pioneer. And when it comes down to pioneering, yes, it's a little scary for some people. But what do you got to lose? I mean, I look at stuff and you want to win. Sometimes I close with this phrase, and that is, you know, when you got everything to gain and nothing to lose, by all means try. That's a quote from the famous W. Clement Stone, one of my mentors. Also, what he said was, you know, you want to take a look and see what is the upside potential, what is the downside risk. Here, the upside potential is as big as you can imagine. When I share the comp plan with you, you'll understand that. The downside risk is very nominal. It's very small. So just tell everybody, look, this is unofficial. This video is unofficial. We're in a pre-launch, but we're positioning our leadership team right now. We're going to bring this to market, and we're looking to set up people who really catch the vision and want to bring it to market with us. And so here's how it works. That card again, $120 retail. It's going to be $99 to what we call our charter members. So there's two memberships. There's a free membership and there's a charter membership. Free memberships is where people join to gain access to our banking platform. And our banking platform is built, right now it's going to be built on what's called the STAR network. And if you want to know about the STAR network, you know, this is where John said, write it down, get a pen and paper, right? And it's not hard to remember STAR, by the way, S-T-A-R, that's how you spell it, star.com. Just go to star.com and you check it out. It's the largest ATM network in the world. Our card is running on the STAR network. It's also a bank account that's FDIC insured. So our technical partners that have developed this card are experts in their field, and we're getting ready to bring it to market. And here's how we get paid to bring that product to market. The way we get paid to bring that product to market is you have to become a chairman founder. Once we launch the company, in order for somebody to become a chairman founder, they will have to become a member and introduce 10 other people that become members. And by the way, it's free to become a member. It's a piece of cake, right? So they introduce 10 members, and then they get invited to become a chairman. I'm sorry. My C's are getting confused here. A charter member, chairman member, a charter member. So as a charter member, all it costs is $35 a month for our membership, and a one-time initiation fee, a setup fee of $30. So grand total $65. Now here's what I love about that. Remember before I said the first thing is you need a product that stands on its own. The second thing that I wanted was an ease of entry. And what I've found throughout the years is $100 is an impulse buy. $100 or less, people can make a decision on the spot. When you start introducing people to starter packets that start in the $200, $300, $400, $500 range, you lose people. They're just not ready to spend that kind of money for whatever reason. And sometimes they have to talk to their significant other. Sometimes they don't have the money available. Sometimes they have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. And if you don't, when you first show somebody a network marketing opportunity, if you don't sign them up on the first go-round, your chances are slim that they're going to join. And it becomes the excuse game. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I don't have the time. Oh, it's one of those pyramid schemes. By the way, those are the top 3 objections in network marketing. But people grasp at straws. They'll tell you anything because they don't want to do it. They'll grasp at straws and tell you anything because they don't want to do it. But the number one objection is the money. That's the number one objection. I don't have the money. When you have a low barrier of entry, like $65 and just $35 a month, we eliminate that barrier and people will join like crazy. Now, in addition to that, here's what happens. You got to help people make money. You got to get people to become profitable. That's the next thing they want to know. If I'm going to spend $65 to become a charter member and market this card, how quickly can I become profitable? And this is the beauty of it, guys, that out of that $35, the company pays $10 to the enroller as a residual. Now write this down. You enroll one person and you're qualified for residual income. There are a lot of companies where you need to personally enroll 5. There are a lot of companies where you need 60 people on your team minimum before you qualify to earn a residual. With us, you enroll one person and you start earning a residual income. Not only that, but does the company pay $10 to the enroller? It pays $10 up to team building structure. Write this down, Rev Share TBS, the revenue sharing team building structure. This is really not a matrix. We don't like the word matrix. Here's why we don't like the word matrix. We are a 3x10 tiered system, not a matrix. A matrix, in most cases, is limited. We have something called dynamic compression, where if you enroll one person, you qualify for one tier. And when I say one person, I mean one charter member. 2 charter members, you qualify for 2 tiers. 3 tiers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. So what happens with us is we want to help people right away enroll 3 people, because what happens is now they're at a get 3 is better than free. How is that? Well, not only are they earning the $10, but chances are they're in their commissionable structure and they're earning another $1. So it's 11, 11, 11. That's 33. Plus, they're qualified for 3 tiers. So as other people start sharing it with other people, they're going to earn those people also. And just think about that $10 going up 10 tiers. Everybody's making $1 off of every charter member that they're commissionably qualified to earn on. That's pretty cool. So what I challenge everybody to do is, as soon as you get your 3, let's help them get their 3, and let's get you to max out the plan. You max out the plan by enrolling 10. And what happens is those who enroll the 3 realize how easy that was. They built confidence. They've learned a little bit more. Now they're willing to share it with others. And all of a sudden, they go to 10 very rapidly. And what I challenge, this is kind of advanced training. This is what I'm going to be teaching, advanced training. 10 to get 10 to get 10 to get 10. To max out this comp plan, it takes 10. We want people to max out the comp plan. I don't want you to leave money on the table. I want you to max out this comp plan. I want to help you get your 10. People helping people. You know, everything that we've been taught by some of our mentors in life is you can have everything if you help other people, right? People helping people business. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you care about other people, if you want to help other people achieve, there's an incredible opportunity here, and you could help 10 people get 10 to get 10 to get 10. That's 10 getting 10 is 100, getting 10 is 1,000, getting 10 is 10,000. Now, does it work exactly like that? Of course not. You know, some people screwed up and go out and get 20 and 30, and some people don't do anything, right? But we're just talking about averages here. You know, if you have a game plan, if you have a focus, say, hey, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to create a legacy for my family. This is how I'm going to pay for my kids' education. This is how I'm going to supplement my retirement. This is how I'm going to bring an extra $500 into the household. This is how I'm going to make my dreams come true. This is how I'm going to break 10 grand a month. This is how I'm going to make 100,000 a month. Do you have a plan to do that out there? Well, that potential is here. Here's why. If you do that 10 to get 10 to get 10 to get 10 and you end up with 10,000 people on your team, and I'm going to tell you, that's hard to imagine. I remember in one of my early go-rounds, actually the first company I was with, man, it took me forever to figure out how to do that thing. It was 10 months into the company, and I got a check from the company, and the check for the whole month commissions was $14.28. And my wife wanted to kill me. She thought I lost it. She was like, what are you doing, Ed? You're out Ralph Cramden. They sold you a pie in the sky. You're running around like a chick without a head on. You ain't making any money. You'd be better off working at McDonald's. And she was right. But guess what? My dad didn't raise a quitter. My dad said, Ed, winners never quit and quitters never win. If they could do it, you could do it. It's all what's between your ears. You could be positive or you could be negative. You could be an optimist or you could be a pessimist. I had a real good mentor in my father. My father gave me a book called Winners Never Quit and Quitters Never Win, and it talked about the great Vince Lombardi. When I was in high school, he was reading Think and Grow Rich, and he told me whatever the mind can believe and perceive, it can achieve. And he told me a quote from Napoleon Hill that said, with each adversity, there's a seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. That is under my picture in my high school yearbook. So I started learning about how to change my mindset, how to direct my steps, how to really achieve what I wanted to achieve. And it's just between your ears. It's just the mindset. It's just the people that you're around. Are you hanging around with a bunch of eagles that fly like eagles? Or are you hanging around with a bunch of turkeys that gobble like turkeys? You get the choice to hang around with who you want to hang around with. And with this opportunity, it's as big as you can think. Here's why. You might not think you could develop a team with 10,000 people on it. And you know what? You're right. You're right. The great Henry Ford said there are two types of people, those who think they can and those who think they can't. And they're both right. But here's what I want you to do. Realize this. You don't develop that team. All you have to do is get 3. It's better than free. Get your 10 in the pen. The pen, PEN, stands for your personal enrollment network. Personally enroll 10 people and start to help others. 3 getting 3 is 9, getting 3 is 27. When you have those first 3 levels filled with 3, 9, 27, that's 39 people, chances are you can't stop it if you wanted to. Chances are your organization is going to grow with or without you. Chances are it's going to go to 50 to 100 to 1,000, and before you can blink, you have thousands of people on your team. But it starts with you taking a leap of faith, going out there and learning, doing, and teaching these very simple principles that I'm sharing with you now. Learn, do, teach. First you learn it, then you do it, then you teach it. And you will be shocked as to what happens. And most of the time, in my experience, it hasn't been the person that I enrolled. John and I working together, John's going to make an exception for sure. And with this opportunity and the people that have been on these calls, that what I'm going to say right now, what usually happens is not going to be the case here. But what usually happens is it's not the person you bring in. It's usually somebody 2 or 3 levels removed, somebody they know and somebody they know, and somebody 3 or 4 levels deep sees it bigger than you do and blows the lid off it. And that's all part of your team. You get to override that. It's crazy, guys. And when you have 10,000 people on your team here, and the average charter member having at least 10 customers, think about that. People go out to dinner, they spend $100, and 1% of that goes up the tree. Every time they swipe, every time they buy something, and the average person with their dominant card is spending about $1,000 a month. Well, on $1,000 a month, 1% of that is $10. And at $10, it goes up the tree, $1 to you, $1 to me. So just think about this. Here's John on the phone. John's got a guest on the phone that's coming in who's got somebody. That person makes a purchase, and let's just say they spend $1,000 that month. John gets $1, I get $1 right up the tree. 10 people get $1. So when you have 10,000 people on your team, and this is the wildest thing. I think we're going to break all kinds of records with this. When you have 10,000 people on your team, and the average person has at least 10 customers, you got 100,000 people you're earning on. What if that happened and you were averaging $1 per person? Have you ever earned $100,000 a month? I haven't. I've broken 10 grand a month 7 different times with 7 different companies. I know I can do this. I've gotten to 20 and 30, got close to 40 once, but I've never broken 100,000 a month consistently. I have friends in the industry that do that. They make over $1 million a year. And you could dream as big as you want to dream. There are a handful of people in network marketing that consistently have made over $1 million a month. Now, you may think that's crazy, but they make superstar income, like actors and actresses, stars, like star, athletes. That's possible in this industry. That's why I say, as big as you could dream, we pull this thing off. And I want to tell you guys, I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anybody anything. I've had too many disappointments in my life. I've had a ton of successes. I can tell you this, Michael Jordan, when he was playing, you name it, whoever it is, LeBron James, they think they're going to hit that shot every single time. They want the ball in their hands when that clock is ticking down. They want to take that last second shot. But the truth be told, they miss it more times than they hit it. I don't care if you're talking about the best baseball players in the world, the home run hitters, of today and the home run hitters of yesterday. The Babe Ruths, you name it, they strike out more than they hit a home run. But guess what? They keep trying. And that's the key, to keep getting up and keep trying. And you're going to win some. Zig used to say this. I'm going to quote Zig Ziglar a lot. Zig used to say, you win some, you lose some, and some get rained out. But guess what happens when you get your 10 in our network? That's the name of our network, the letter R, our network. Guess what happens when you get your 10? You go from being a little shot to a big shot. Zig Ziglar said a big shot is just a little shot that kept on shooting. So you're going to put yourself in the top 1%, because that's the percentage of people less than that get 10. You get your 10, you're going to put yourself in the top 1% here. You're going to become a superstar just by doing the simple stuff that we just talked about before. Guys, I can't wait to blow this thing through the roof. Now, here's the tough part about where we are right now. This is pre-launch. It's being put together as we speak. And everything we shared with you may not be exactly what it turns out to be. There's always bumps in the road. I haven't seen a technology yet, ever, that delivers exactly what they say they're going to deliver. There are always challenges. There are always bumps in the road. You got to expect that. We want to manage your expectation. We want you to know that that's going to happen. There's going to be bumps in the road. Heck, we didn't even put the gravel down yet. I mean, the bulldozers. It's just like, it's rough as can be. There's a lot of, but when the road is paved and it's smooth and everybody wants to ride on it and it's so much fun, the opportunity as a pioneer has passed us by. The secret, I'm going to finish up with this, then I'm going to turn it back over to John. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it, to position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. With that being said, I hope you come join us. Let's rock this thing. We're doing this same call tomorrow at the same time. We're going to be doing calls every day of the week. Right now we're doing 2 calls a day, one at 12 noon Eastern time and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So get people back on the call tomorrow at noontime. For those of you guys out in California, it's not too late, it's not too early. And noontime here is 9 o'clock there, 9 a.m. That's a pretty good time. Most people are out of bed by then. So most people. So, let's get out there. Let's share this concept with people, and let's line up our teams, get your 10 before we even flip on the switch and turn people on. By the way, we expect the pre-launch to probably begin within the next couple of weeks, definitely by the end of the month, when we could actually send people a link and they could go online and sign up. I know it's being worked on real diligently. That's coming. I would not be surprised if by the end of next week we're ready to go. But we could get our teams in place right now before that happens, and you will have this story forever. You were one of the pioneers that got involved before we even had a website. You want that story, and you want as many people that you know to have that story. With that being said, thank you so much, John. You are amazing. Thank you for your service in the Marine Corps. Hoorah! And appreciate you, buddy. You are an amazing individual. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Coach. I so appreciate you. And it's, like I said, it's a blessing to be hooked up with you. It's a blessing that we're surrounded with phenomenal leaders, icons in the industry. I mean, Sean Gary, the apostle, now an author on Amazon, writing books, bestsellers on network marketing, you being in the Chicken Soup series. I mean, let me tell you something, guys. This is not just happening by chance. I believe this is a blessing. I believe this is an answer. This is so simple. If you really look back, for the people that have been in the industry, you're not talking about an auto ship. You're not talking about business volume. You're not talking about, where you have to get a certain amount of people to get to gold, platinum, diamond. No, you're talking about a simple business model, right, Coach, that people have adhered to for, I don't know, tens of years. Anybody who has a credit card, who basically has a credit card or a reward card or something in their wallet, has already adhered to the business model. So all we're doing is giving them what? Something better, but more importantly, we're now have an opportunity, think about this, where we can actually build a business. And by simply sharing that video with 10 people, you can actually max out the compensation plan. Get one person on your team, and you're already in residual income. The sky is absolutely the limit. And to make a commission every time somebody swipes this Revv card, I'm going to swipe it just because the more I swipe it, the more I'm going to get people's attention. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to instigate, and I talked to Coach about this, right? About drop marketing. I'm just going to continuously drop that card. I may even walk away in a crowd and then all of a sudden say, oh, wait a minute, I got to grab that. I got to grab this call. My card is calling me. What?
Hey, John, can you do me
immediately have the attention grabber, right?
Can you do me a big favor? When we're out at that incredible restaurant and we're having that steak and lobster tail dinner, can you demonstrate swiping that card for me?
So anyway, and I'm all about what Coach is talking about. Here's the cool thing, guys. You're going to basically be in business for yourself, but you're not going to be in business by yourself. We are here to help and support you and to make sure that every one of your dreams, as long as you really want it, we're going to make sure that all of a sudden becomes a reality, not only for yourself, but also for your circle of influence. I love this quote. And then, Coach, I was thinking, is it okay to maybe just open it up for just some quick Q&A, maybe some comments and so forth, or
sure.
Are we running too late?
If we have people who have a few questions, and if we have some people that want to contribute, let's just be brief. We like to end these things in a half hour. We're 7 minutes past the bottom of the hour, so we'll give it like we'll go to a quarter to. We'll give it till 9:45 Eastern and 45 wherever you are.
Hey, Coach, do me a favor. So I'm going to just read this one quote and then go ahead and open up the lines. Okay. Okay, and this is what I want to leave you guys with, right? And it's all about the nuggets, right? Don't worry about the impossible. Okay, think about this. Don't worry about the impossible, and let God reveal the possible. Okay, don't worry about the impossible, and let God reveal the possible.
I love
That's what it's all about, guys.
Where'd that quote come from? I got to get that quote. Who do you attribute that? Is that unknown? I love the one that Oscar, the one that Oscar brought up from Steve Jobs. But I got it from. We got to find out where it comes from and attribute it, because that is awesome. I love that.
I mean, we're here to, basically we're here to move mountains, but you're not going to be moving it by yourself. You're going to be moving it with, and here's the other key thing that I want to stress, and then we'll open it up, is that, you know what, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this. We're going to have a lot of fun building. We're going to have a lot of fun celebrating. And you know what? Fun is contagious. And when fun becomes contagious, it then goes viral. Back to you, Coach.
Awesome. All right, John. Hey, guys, we're going to open up the lines right now. And we just like to make things, we love things that are fun, simple, and fast. So if you have a question, let's make it fun, simple, and fast. If you want to contribute, let's make it fun, simple, and fast. Feel free to jump in. Come on, don't be shy. Come on.
Or any comments or any insights. Now this is open. This is open forum.
Question, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Will we be notified by email?
Notified about what? About the enrollment process?
Yes.
Yes. What's going to happen is right now we're enrolling people by just lining them up and putting in. We're submitting the names and email addresses. Once all of the paperwork is submitted into the computer, everybody simultaneously, their email will get a link, and they'll be able to go into their website, go into the back office, and at that point in time, they need to activate right? Pay the $65 to become a charter member. Otherwise, they don't become a charter member. They don't get the positioning. But once they do that, they'll also get their subdomain, where they can start referring that link to other people and start building their organization. So that is being built out as we speak. Optimistically speaking, I'd say, we got about another week to go, maybe by the end of next week, possibly the following week, possibly even the end of the month. But definitively by the end of April. The company wants to start paying people. I was on the phone with corporate today, and they want to start paying people right away the first week of May. And by the way, I'm glad you brought that up, because once we start paying people, realize that the company pays weekly, W-E-E-K, not W-E-A-K. The company pays weekly, meaning that on the $35, on the $10 enrollments and the $10 that goes up the tree, whatever gets processed this week by Friday night midnight, we get paid out the following Friday night midnight. So we're going to be getting weekly checks. I love weekly checks. I love getting paid weekly. And on the use of the card, where the payment of up to 1% of the merchant fee gets paid up the tree, that's going to be a monthly residual. So we're actually going to get paid 5 times a month. So yes,
okay.
we will be getting links as soon as everybody's put in.
How do I get you my email?
Well, that's going to, whoever invited you, if you haven't given them your email, they will be giving it to their leadership. So get with the person who put you on this call and tell them you definitely want in and get yourself structured, and they'll submit it to to whoever is there, the top leader in the team.
I'm in California. I'm the California team, so yes.
Right.
No
so
problem.
if you're with Rich Downing,
Yep.
just get it to Rich. Just get it to Rich.
Sounds good.
Welcome to the team, my brother.
Yes, welcome.
This is Ken Elsner. This is Ken Elsner. I had a question. How you doing?
Yes, sir, Ken.
Great.
My question is this. Are we registered? Are we going to be able to enroll affiliates in other countries right off the bat, or how is that going to be rolled out?
Good question.
Yeah, this is what it's looking like on the charter membership, which, by the way, the charter member is going to have a lot of membership in addition to access to the bank account and the Revv card. For the charter membership, yes, we're going to be able to build a team pretty much anywhere MasterCard, Visa card is accepted. And so, yeah, this is going to give us almost instant global access. When it comes down to the cards, now we have to deal with laws in different countries and whatever that's going to take. So I don't anticipate we're going to open up 100 countries to ship the cards to. I think that's going to be a steady rollout once we get started, and I'm sure that there's going to be at least 5 to 10 countries right away that a lot of Latin American countries, Canada, of course, English-speaking countries, things of that nature, and that all has to be arranged, and we'll know that as we develop. But immediately, we do have the ability probably to, as soon as we get the links, to enroll people from just about anywhere.
Any country, correct? Pretty much?
Pretty much,
okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's now, again, remember what I said earlier. Whatever we say right now could have to be tweaked. We're not guaranteeing anything yet. It's not in writing. It's not on a website. We don't know, but this is the understanding. This is what we have as an understanding. So I believe so, yes. And that is amazing, because you know how many people, I mean, we're a credit card society, but the whole world is too. I mean,
Hey, Eddie, you know what you may want to do is put that down as one of your questions when you're at corporate next week.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm going to be
out. That's a great question. It's a great question.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Do you have any other questions, or anybody want to contribute anything?
Yeah, even people that have joined, I'd love to just hear, what was it that they saw that made them go ahead and, and take that leap with us.
That's an easy
I'm looking at the clock, and it's about. Did somebody want to contribute?
Yeah, that's a real easy question. This is the same concept, reception, as the computer industry was in the 70s.
I love
Nobody
it.
knew what it really was going to do. They were
Wow.
running programs on 4K of memory, and look where it's at.
Good.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. And look where we're at. And now, right? And now, how many computers are in every household, right? And in every business.
That's right.
And then you got to look at all the other types of technologies, and whether it's a smartphone or one of the calls last night, I kind of went off and told my story about cable TV. You know, when it first came out, I was the last person on the block to get it, but then now everybody has it. You know, it's like fax machines at one time. That was a popular thing, but today, especially with the cell phone and the usage, this will evolve. This too will evolve. But if you're in the cutting edge, the leading edge, and first mover advantage, you gain the market share.
Absolutely.
So here's the biggest thing that's going to set us apart from everybody. This type of a card could end up showing up in Walmart. However, we will have the Revv card, the revenue sharing card. That will set us apart from everybody. And if the value adds to the card are basically the same or equivalent, but you can earn money with it, game over.
Yep.
Game over.
And they basically validated us, right?
Yeah, and that's valid. You know, when that does happen, it's going to be validation, and more and more people are going to say yes to it because they realize, you know, hey, if Walmart has the same type of thing, it must be real. It's going to be a fun run, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You know what? You know what, Eddie? I was just thinking about this. I believe that this is a product that everybody will have, whether they say yes up front or no. The bottom line is, do you want to get into, the beginning of the conversation or at the end? But I guarantee you, even the people that say, I don't know, and then all of a sudden they see this, it will end up in their wallet. It's just a matter of time.
Well, you know the statistic on sales, right? They say that a person has to see something 7 or 8 times before they decide to buy it. And it's going to be no different here. They're going to hear about it from you, and you might be the first person to tell them about it. Then they hear about it from somebody else and somebody else, and all of a sudden they call you back and say, hey, I keep hearing about this thing. Are you still doing that thing? I mean, I've had that asked of me many times. You still doing that thing? That smart card thing? I say, yeah, well, I keep hearing about it. Tell me more about it. I'm telling you, if you put enough irons out there, if you share it with people, if you become an evangelist, if you go out there and become a champion, and here's the bottom line, guys, if you see it this way, you will want to become a champion. We get paid to help people save money. By helping people save money, we make money. And so it becomes altruistic. You want to help people. You want to show people, hey, this is a way that maybe, hey, this might be of interest to you. Take a look at this thing. And if you like what you see, and I think that you will, I'll show you how you can get it. That's all it is.
You know what, Eddie? It's also recession-proof. Think about it.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yep.
I am so excited about this card because I've never seen a product that will have mass appeal and be first to market in my lifetime. I've never seen a product like this, especially something that you could get paid on every single day. Cha-ching, they swipe the card, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's gonna be amazing.
Sure.
Well, with that being said, guys, we want to congratulate you for being one of the pioneers. Welcome to the team. We will catch you on one of the calls tomorrow. Again, 12 Eastern, 12 noon time Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I know we could talk about Mountain, Central, Pacific time, but it gets to be cumbersome. I'm just going to say Eastern. When I used to watch TV, they ran everything based on Eastern time, and everybody else had to figure it out. And I'm here on the East Coast, so really going to say 9 o'clock Eastern every night this week. And we're going to, and guys, stay tuned, because as soon as something happens that and there's going to be stuff happening continuously, every week there's going to be new stuff popping with this. Man, all you want to do is get excited and tell people about it. Just pay attention, get excited, and never quit. That's a formula for success. Just pay attention, get excited, and never quit. If you're excited, you become contagious. You become a hot molecule, and you heat people up around you. There's a lot here to get excited about. Pay attention, get excited, and never quit. God bless everybody. Have a great evening. John, again, thank you so much, and I look forward to our calls that we do tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night. God bless. Bye-bye now.
Good night.
Oh, bro.